Hello, YouTube. How's it going? How was your weekend? How are you feeling? I hope you feel well. I feel pretty good. It's not going too bad. Um, I finished another book today. So I finished American Gods 4 days ago. And I started reading. So I signed up for Goodreads. I don't know if you guys know Goodreads, but it's a pretty cool website. It's like kind of social media things meets Netflix meets books. um, and So there's a guy that works with me that uses it a lot, and it's pretty good because it like recommends books based on what you like. So I put in a bunch of books that I read, and it started suggesting stuff. And so I read this book called "The Curious Case of the Dog That Went Missing in the Night" or something like that. I'm not good with names. I'm gonna check again before I say something stupid. "The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime," and it was a really good book. So I went to this place in Amsterdam. If you ever come to Amsterdam and you like reading, check out the American Book Center. It is like the best bookshop I've ever been to. It's really, really nice inside. It's really cozy. And I just hanged out there. We went there on Saturday with my girlfriend. We basically just stayed there for a couple of hours. I love it. I love that place. I could stay like a whole day in there. So I checked out a few books that Goodreads has recommended. And this one just really, really spoke to me. It really resonated with me. It's weird, maybe. So that basically, it's a book written through the eyes of. It's narrated through the eyes of a 15-year-old boy who has Asperger's. Um, Now I've always felt. I don't. I'm not going to say I'm autistic. I don't want to say anything stupid like that. I don't. I don't want to say that I have Asperger's. It's a spectrum, right? It's like it's not white or black. It's not like you have it or you don't. It's like it's a grayscale kind of thing. And I've always felt that I'm like towards that end of the spectrum. Not an extreme way, but I could definitely relate to a lot of the things that this kid would say in the book. Like, he loves patterns, he likes timetables, he likes when things are ordered, and he likes arranging things, and he likes always to have a plan and to know what's going to happen. He doesn't like people touching him, and it's something I really hate as well. I remember in this place where I used to work before, my boss would like come along when I least expected it. He would just walk up in front and behind me, and he'd like put a hand on my shoulder and start doing like this. They were like, "How you going, Dom?" And I swear to God, that was drive me crazy. It would be like, "Oh, get that hand off of me. I can't stand it." And yeah, I guess, I don't know. This book, I really, really loved reading it. It was based in Swindon, which is the town I grew up with, which was a weird coincidence. Like 50 pages into the book, you learn this thing. And it's the first time. I read a comment a few days ago about a guy that said he read American Gods in a few days. I can't remember your name. Sorry, I should start this stuff before, but I don't. Yeah, you're getting used to me not remembering names, I guess, at this point. But he said he read American Gods in like a few days, and I really envy these people that are able to read these massive books in a few days, because American Gods is one hell of a book, and it took me I think it took me more than 2 weeks to read it. Half an hour a day, an hour a day, but still. So I kind of set my mind to this book, and I said, I'm going to read this in a few days. I want to get through it. I want to march on, and I really enjoyed doing it. It wasn't an effort. It's just, I'm finding great pleasure in setting myself goals and reaching them, and not chickening out. And my last video was about the company party and how I really didn't deal with that well in a healthy manner. But I'm still proud of myself, because I said I was going to do it. I said I was going to go, and I went, and I didn't chicken out. And I'm facing my fears, I'm facing my issues, I'm facing my problems head high. And it's not easy. But I don't want to talk about how not easy it is to face your problems, because everyone knows that. What I'm saying is that I'm finding great pleasure and great satisfaction in simply setting myself some goals, setting myself some tasks and completing them. I have my notebook. I mean, on the weekend, I had a list of things to do. Very like mundane things. I had to fix a shoe shelf. I had to clean up some drawers. I have like these cubes above my desk that are all nice and ordered now. And I just sat down, I wrote down a list of things that I wanted to do. I did it. And it's gratifying. It's really, yeah, I'm finding satisfaction in these little things. And I have to be honest, I've gotten to the point where I'm really not, besides when I'm doing these videos, and I realized that this channel started with me saying I quit smoking weed, what am I going to do, and all that. So when I do sit down and do these videos, I feel like I have to talk about that in some way, because there are people out there that are following, that are going through the same journey. But the truth is, I've gotten to the point where I don't really think about it as much. I don't have that default of I'm going to go home and just smoke weed now. But I kind of have like, I'm going to go home and record a video. I'm going to go home and practice the piano. I'm going to read a book. I really just want to, in the evenings at the moment, it's because I'm also a bit tired. It's long days. I've been getting up really early lately. I've gotten to the point where I get up at 7:30 before the alarm rings. And so, yeah, I lost my train of thought, to be honest. I can't remember what I was saying, but I guess another thing that I was thinking of before I was recording this video is I've been worrying a lot about how and what to do things. But the underlying question I've always had, and it's one thing that one of the reasons I want to go to a psychologist, is that I can never answer the why. I can, if I want and I put my mind to it, I can figure out what I want to do. I'm very good at understanding how I'm going to do things. I'm very good at defining a strategy and a plan and getting there and executing it. But I have a very hard question, and I have a very hard time answering the question, why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? Why do I want to achieve this goal? Why do I want to do public speaking? Why do I want to be an actor? Why do I want to get a promotion? Why do I want more money? Why do I want this? I guess these are really first world problems. That's what the truth is. I have the luxury to have enough time on my hands to worry about this stuff, while there are people in the world that are dying of hunger and God knows what else. But I can't help it. That's my dilemma. My personal dilemma is, and it always has been, I've gotten to the point where I'm pretty good in my life. I'm stable. I've got a good salary. I've got a nice house. I'm living in a great city. I have someone who loves me that I love. And you get to a point where it's like, okay, so I can be picky now, right? I can choose what I'm going to do. And I guess the technique that I've been using up until now is just try stuff. Try a bunch of stuff. Try new experiences, and maybe you'll find out something along the way. And I've picked up a lot of stuff along the way, and I've had lots of fun. But I feel like it's really time to take a step back and ask myself, why am I doing these things? What's driving me? What's my purpose? What's my mission? Right? Is that something that you ask yourselves? Is that something that you have trouble? Is that a question you have trouble answering? Or is it something you don't care about? Is it just something that you say, you know what, I'm fine. I don't need to know why I do what I do. I just know that I like doing this and that, and I'm going to do it. Or do you have an answer? Have you found your mission, your purpose in life, your value? I'm really curious about this. This is something that people don't really talk about much. It's not something that comes up in conversations. And it's something that you have a hard time asking people, because I'm always afraid that it's going to create, I don't want to create discomfort in people. I don't want to, you see when you ask, it's like when you ask a parent, why do you have kids? And sometimes the reaction is like, why do you have to put this thought in my mind? I was fine 5 minutes ago, and I have to think, and I have to ask myself, why did I have kids? And I'm going to realise that I didn't want kids. Thanks for asking, Dom. So I don't want to put that reaction in you, but I think it's an important question. I think it's something we need to answer. I think one of the problems of our society is that lots of people don't ask themselves this, and they end up having a miserable life and getting to 60 years old depressed because they don't ask themselves, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I going in this direction? Why do I treat people badly? Or why do I care only about money? Or, So yeah, I wasn't expecting this video to go in this direction, but that's fine. Leave your response in the comments. I'm really curious. I'm genuinely curious. If you enjoy the video, like, subscribe, do all the usual stuff. You know what you're supposed to do. It's a pleasure talking to you, as always. Thanks, guys, for the support. I'll speak to you soon. Peace.